and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are well. As I'm recording this today, it is the 2nd of February 2022, which means that it is the 2222 portal. This day is all about manifesting. It is the perfect time to really hone in on your intentions, what you're wanting to bring in and what you're wanting to manifest. Yesterday was also the new moon, and it was the new nope, not the new I always get muddled saying this. It was the lunar new year. So again, a perfect time to release the past and think about what you were wanting to bring in over this next year. By the way, I'm sorry I sound so out of breath. I've just been on a walk and I've just come upstairs and I'm like pumped to film this, and I actually haven't just sat to get my breath back, and also I'm sorry if I'm shaking the camera around. But yeah, today's the perfect time to manifest, so I thought I would like to refresh my vision board and I'm going to make a new one, and I thought today was the perfect day to do that, and why not film it too. So I currently do have a vision board which I will just show you in a minute. I will just finish recording this clip and then show you, but today I want to make something very different. I actually have two vision boards which I will go through, but yeah, I feel like I made this one over a year ago, and whilst pretty much everything on it still stands, I just think it's quite nice to create a fresh board, because it's really focusing your intentions again on what it is you're wanting to manifest. By doing the process of making it, you're kind of really honing in on that. So yeah, this is what this video is about. This is how I create my vision board and the kind of extra things that I do around it to help really bring in that manifesting power as well. So this is my current vision board, and this is actually a way that you guys can really easily create one if you don't feel the most creative, or you just like things to be quite neat and in their place, or you don't have loads of time. This is a really easy way to make one. I think I used Snapfish or Photobox or some kind of website like that, and I basically just went on the internet, used my own images, went on Pinterest and stuff, and just chose images and quotes that I felt like really related to what I wanted to manifest in. So that's my chair moving. So I've got key quotes like I'm in alignment with my purpose, creating the life of my dreams, healthy, wealthy and happy, I'm healthy, I'm healing more and more every day, money flows easily to me, and best-selling author. So here at this point in my life, I was still struggling with chronic fatigue a fair amount, which is something that I've managed to, I would say, balance quite well now, but I can flare up. So I still probably will want to include things on being healthy in my vision board. But yeah, I just liked those affirmations, and also just about living in alignment with my purpose, that kind of thing. Also, best-selling author. This has been a dream of mine for years, is to publish a book. I just haven't got that far yet. Money flows easily to me. I feel like, you know, this is kind of one that we all want, huh? We all are wanting abundance. So I've also added in a picture of money as well, just to, you know, visualize that being mine. Then we go more to the pictures. So this one is me and my husband. I've got a couple of pictures, well, 2 or 3 pictures of us, just because, you know, I'm really happy with us and I want to just continue that in life. So of course I'm going to include it on my vision board, because I want us to continue to have a happy marriage. Then I have got some pictures here of children. This is something that I included because when I made this vision board, I was kind of seeing it as like a vision board for life. I'm not yet at the stage where I want to have children, so I think I might remove it from the next vision board I'm going to do, because yeah, I kind of don't want to manifest that right now. In the future, but not right now. Then moving on, we've also got like pictures of houses. These kinds of houses are my dream houses, so very much like Victorian terrace, Georgian country house, not country house, sorry, Georgian townhouse, very kind of like vintagey vibes. So I'm probably going to put more of that on my vision board, maybe find some pictures of photos of houses in my area. And yeah, then I've got places that I would love to visit, so like an Africa safari, Amsterdam I would love to go to. I might add some more places I'd like to visit or see. And then this is kind of for me about tranquility, meditation, that kind of thing. I would absolutely love in our next house to have a really beautiful outdoor space where I can do those things. Then here I've got like a lovely bath, because again, for me, I love my baths and I really just want more of that in my life, more of just relaxed, calm vibes. And the same here. This is also representing the spirituality in my business, like doing readings for people, doing healing. Obviously I do that at the minute, but I just want to continue doing more of it. So yeah, and then here again, being connected to nature, being outside, feeling at peace and at one, being grounded, everything that I want to bring in. So that's my current vision board, which is absolutely fine as it is, but like I say, I kind of just want to make a few little changes as well. I also have a vision board that is on Pinterest, which I will show you now. So now it's time to create my new vision board. So the way I'm wanting to do it this time is doing a more hands-on, more creative approach. So I'm absolutely still going to use Pinterest for images and go through my own photos as well. But I very much want it to be more like printing and cutting and ripping and sticking and creating a more, I don't know, a more hands-on piece. If I was aware that I was going to do this, I probably would have been more prepared. Probably got like some magazines. So I would like use lettering from magazines and things like that and be super creative. So this is just a warner. This isn't going to be the most artistic vision board you've ever seen, but I think that's also important to show that you don't have to create a work of art. You can just create something heart-centered, and it's as long as you're heart-centered, that is the main thing. So yeah, I also realized just this minute that I haven't actually even explained what a vision board is. I've just kind of assumed if you're watching it then you would know, but just a really simple explanation, if you're not really sure what the purpose of a vision board is a really good way to manifest. Because to manifest something, gosh, there's so much to it, but if you're manifesting, you really want to be able to visualize yourself already having those things, and also making it like the forefront of your mind quite a lot, and really feeling into the emotions of having the things already. So if you have a vision board and you put it somewhere like on your wall, mine's above my desk, so I'm seeing it pretty much every day. Or if you have it like on Pinterest, so you can just each day whilst you're having your breakfast or whatever, scroll through it before bed, scroll through it. You're really putting your visions to the forefront of your mind again. And as you're looking at those images, if you are imagining that you already have those things, you are going to be invoking the feelings of having them, which is then going to help you manifest. So vision boards are a manifestation tool. They're one of my favourite ways to manifest. Having a vision board entirely by itself probably isn't going to get you very far, but I do feel that they are kind of like a big part of the process. So yeah, so it's more about the intention when you're creating a vision board rather than what it looks like. It just has to mean something to you and has to invoke the feelings within you. So that's why I'm not going to stress too much that this isn't going to be a beautiful, fancy, well-made one, but you can spend as much time on yours as you like. If you're someone who really gets into that and you feel like it's really going to help you, by all means, you know, go out, get the arts and crafts things and go wild. Maybe you're super artistic and you can even like paint and draw the things yourself. Or if you're someone who actually doesn't really find themselves feeling like they can be very creative, then something like Pinterest is really easy, because you can just search the images you want on there, put them on a board, done. You know, you don't have to have it fancy. So anyway, I have spoken enough. Let's get into it. I actually just thought I would take the opportunity to show you what my Pinterest vision board looks like. So as you can see, I've just searched for different images that I feel like fit the things I'm manifesting, and I've simply just added them to a board which I've labelled vision board. And then you can just take time each day just to scroll through your board and take in the images, read the quotes, and that's a really simple, easy vision board to do. So the first thing we're going to want to do when we're creating our vision board is to set the atmosphere, making it a really lovely space for us to help us manifest. So the first thing that I have done is I've gone on Spotify, but you can go on YouTube, you know, wherever, and I've typed in manifesting frequencies, and I've put on some manifesting frequency music to help just get us in the zone. And then the next thing I'm going to do is spray, if it will focus, some Heart Space Mist by Cedar and Stone. Obviously you don't have to have this exact one, but I just think it's nice to use aromatherapy to help create that space for you. So you could, I don't know off the top of my head, but you could Google and search for essential oils that help with manifesting or help, like I said, to bring in abundance. I know if you are into natural incense, then basil is a really good herb for abundance, so you could burn some basil, that kind of thing. Also frankincense, excuse my hand, frankincense is also a really good one for manifesting. So yeah, but I'm going for heart center because when we are, I'm going to say manifesting a lot in this video, when we are manifesting, we obviously want it to be from a heart-centered place. We really want it to be heart-centered intentions. So if you have something like this would be good to use. If not, say you've got like an aromatherapy diffuser, using something like rose oil or jasmine, something very heart chakra-y, would be really good to set the vibe. That's me dropping my spray. So everyone is different when it comes to these added extras that can help us really harness the energy of manifesting and things like that. So color wise, I am going to light a candle. Really, this is up to you. I would say to hone in on what you feel is the right color for you. I mean, for example, like I do have these small candles which say prosperity, which are purple, but for me traditionally I would tend to associate abundance with green, also green being very associated with the heart chakra. So this is a color candle you might want to use, or again you might want to use like a pink candle because this is very heart centered, or if in doubt, white is always a good choice because it can represent whatever you want it to represent. For me, I think I am gonna go with green because this is my go-to when it comes to manifesting and things like that. I actually have got some already on the go, so I'm going to use this one, and I will show you what I do in a second. So I have sprayed my heart space spray, and now I am just going to pop my green candle in here. Remember, you can use any candle of choice. This is just kind of a makeshift candle holder that I have at the minute, and I am going to light that in a moment. But also I am going to use some incense as well. Obviously this may be a little bit overboard for some people because I have sprayed the spray, and if you are using an aromatherapy diffuser, you are going to obviously be having a constant smell and aroma in your room. But for me, the spray kind of disappears quite quickly. So then I am going to use some incense as well. I'm going to decide between these two. Really, you could use any incense, but again, if you do have something like this, it's quite nice to emphasize the idea of what we're doing. So either Money Matrix or Sacred Ritual. I think for me, although I am going to be manifesting money, I'm also manifesting other things, so I'm going to go with the Sacred Ritual. So when you're lighting your candle, you can etch into the sides. This is up to you. You can use something sharp and etch into the sides some keywords of things that you are wanting to manifest. So I'm going to do that now. you do this, it doesn't have to be neat at all. It really is just about intention. So for me, I've just put some keywords like success, peace, love, money, health, and happiness. So these are just kind of key themes that I am wanting to bring into my life, but you don't have to do this. This is just an optional extra. You can just light any candle you have, but the main thing is what I'm now about to show you is when you light it, it's about really feeling into your intention and what you're wanting to manifest. So I like to just put a hand on my heart and just take a few deep breaths and just really visualize like the words that I've put on there. And as I light it, I'm just asking and thanking the universe for bringing that into my life. So I'm gonna light it now, lighting it with the intention that I am going to bring in money, health, happiness, love, success, and peace. And then that will just be burning the whole while that we are creating the vision board, and just helping to bring in that energy. And then I'm just going to light the incense as well, just to create a more ritualistic practice. But you do not have to do this, as I say. It's just all about, if I can find the hole for the incense, it is just all about oh my gosh, where has it gone? I think it's been buried by incense. I mean, okay, I'm going to deal with that in a minute. But it's all about creating an environment which is peaceful, and really does promote manifesting. So now the candle is lit, the incense is on, the music is playing. There's just one more thing I want to do to set the scene before I get creating the vision board. And that is to choose some crystals that are really going to help this manifesting process. So into the crystal cupboard we go. These are my bigger crystals. I do have a drawer full of tumble stones, but these are my bigger crystals, and I'm just going to select a few which I feel like are really going to help this process. So the first I'm going to choose is some nephrite jade. Jade is really good for manifesting. Also, with it being green, like I say, it's very connected to abundance, but also very much heart chakra based. So this is the first crystal that I'm going to choose. I'm also going to choose some rose quartz, and actually I'm being drawn to using my sphere today. So I'm going to choose some rose quartz because, again, very heart-centered, exactly what we need when we're thinking about the things that we want to bring into life. The next crystal I'm going to choose is pyrite. Pyrite is a really good one for manifesting, particularly abundance. So this is definitely being chosen. And then I think I'm just going to choose one more, and it's going to be citrine. And I think for the purpose of this, it's going to have to be this big old citrine. This is a beautiful piece of natural citrine, and it's just really going to help direct the energy of intention setting and manifesting, and particularly abundance. When you choose crystals, I would say that you can obviously choose the ones that I've chosen, but there are so many different crystals that will help with manifesting, particularly if there's something in particular you're focused on manifesting. You could choose a crystal directed to that, but these are just the ones that are calling out to me today, so they're the ones that I'm going to use. So I'm just going to place the crystals around here on this tray, just so they're all in one place really, and set myself up. Realise I've got a nice mix of a big raw point, a tower, a sphere, and a tumble. And then what I'm going to do is, if I can get the incense out, I'm just going to give the crystals a little cleanse as well, just with the incense, just because I've not used these ones in a while. So just want to make sure that the energy is nice and fresh to help the abundance and the manifesting flow in. Okay, so we have set the scene. Everything is ready, the atmosphere is calm, we've got the music on, the incense, the candle, the crystals. These are all optional extras. You absolutely do not have to do all this. I'm just being a little bit extra and just really feeling into the moment to help the process. Now I'm going to get into choosing my images. So I'm just going to put you on a little time lapse whilst I go on my laptop and search through Pinterest and Google and find exactly what I want. So I'm going to be searching for images that kind of relate to the things I want to bring in. So I'm going to be searching for things like, well, things like I've got on my current vision board. So the kind of house that I want, finances. I'm going to be looking for images of healthy, happy people, or finding images of myself where I was my happiest and healthiest, things like that. Yeah, looking for different quotes as well. I will update you obviously once I have found the things that I want to include. Okay, so I've now collected loads of images on Pinterest. So I will just show you. So I've got like crystals, I've got some healthy affirmations, a dog that I'd love one day, an amazing house, some places I would like to visit, more places I'd like to visit, nature, beautiful kitchen, beautiful outside spaces, calm spaces indoors, more affirmations, some money, Reiki. Then again, we've got things here that are perhaps more materialistic. So I would love to own a Dyson Airwrap one day. I would also love to own a piece of taxidermy one day. I would love to meet Rue Pritchard. Again, more antique shop, because I really want to focus more on our antique business this year as well. Again, some more positive affirmations, some calmness, some travel, a thing here around being an author, more about being an author. So I've chosen these pictures from Pinterest, and I've also just downloaded from Facebook and from the internet some various pictures as well. And I'm now just going to choose a selection of my favorites, print them out, and then kind of just play around and see what looks good. So I am trying to print the pictures, but it's just not coming up as an option. Not too sure why. And I've now got a head rush from standing up too fast. So this is frustrating, because it should be as simple as print. Then I would, cut them out, stick them down on some paper, just organise them in a way that I felt looked good. But it's just not printing, and I don't know why. It's just like whirring round and round and round. My incense is still going strong. I'll show you what I mean. So yeah, it's just whirring and whirring and whirring, and it's not doing anything. But I did want to print some pictures as well. I like here, so I'll show you some examples. Oh dear, what am I doing? If it will load. Nope. I don't think my laptop is liking me, but basically just really happy pictures of me and Matt, my husband. But yeah, it's just not. I also had like more abundance ones. It's just not liking me. Okay, so I've had to accept that my printer, for whatever reason, is not printing. I don't know if it's my laptop or my printer. I don't know. But we're gonna improvise. I'm gonna show you what I would have done, but it's not gonna look as good because I'm gonna have to do it on a Word document. Whereas I would prefer it to be kind of like softer edging, whereas on Word it's gonna be like grids basically. But yeah, I will show you. I will put you on a time lapse as I create it on Word, and it will still be a vision board nonetheless. Not the one I had envisaged, but it will still be a vision board. Okay, so here it is. It is, like I say, not what I had envisaged, because I'd envisaged it being on paper, but this is another example of how you can create one if you're not someone who would like to cut and stick and things like that. You can absolutely just insert pictures on a Word document and kind of arrange them however you feel looks good, and then print this out directly. So this is an example of my vision board. Another thing that you can do when you create a vision board online like this is set it as your laptop or your computer background, which is 100% what I'm going to do. So actually this has worked out for the best, and I will show you what's on here. So we have got travel with the plane. We've got a picture of me and my husband looking super happy, and again over here it's just a very loving connection. I've got this quote here: someday you're going to be someone's favourite author, which I love. Here is a really cool house interior. Can't really see on here at the minute, but it's got like taxidermy and antiques and stuff. This is a picture of an antique store, because again, like I said, I kind of really want to build our online antique store. Crystals, because I love crystals, want to continue working with them. We've got Japan. I would love to visit Japan one day, but also it just kind of for me is symbolizing just kind of wanting to travel different parts and see different cultures as well. Yes, you can, you know, whenever you experience self-doubt, this affirmation: money flows into my life abundantly and effortlessly, some money to go with it. Then we've got Reiki. Obviously I want to continue that. I want to continue healing myself and others. I really like this quote here: I am healthy and filled with energy, particularly for my chronic fatigue. Then we've got a really beautiful nature. I love trees. I love connecting with nature. So I'd love to, I always want to live somewhere where I'm really close by to woodland. And then it's always been my dream to have like an outdoor sort of swing seat where I can really chill out outside. And then do what you love. I always want to make sure that I am consistently doing work that brings me happiness rather than just paying the bills. And again, I am energized by my work, so the same kind of vibe, just doing work that is aligned with me, that makes me happy. A bit of a vain one, but like I said, I really would like a Dyson Airwrap, so let's manifest that. And then one of kind of my dream kind of house. This is actually on a street that I love near me. And then a puppy of a Springer Spaniel, because I'd love a dog one day, especially a Springer Spaniel. So there you go. That is my vision board. Let me know what kind of things you would include on your vision board. If there's anything on here that you particularly like that you would want to steal for yours. And yeah. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some useful tips and tricks from there as well. And do remember, when you're creating your vision board, don't get too caught up in it. It has to look a certain way. It has to be perfect. I mean, mine did not go to plan today, but I'm still really happy with it. It's just about feeling into the intentions, feeling into the life that you really want to create, the life that you desire. And if you're unsure about that, if you're not really sure what you want to manifest, I'd really recommend doing a manifesting meditation, if meditation is something that you like, or you could perhaps journal on it. So take some time to be really heart-centered and reflect on the things that you think are most important in life. So you might start with some qualities. So it may be things like health is really important to you, happiness is really important to you. You can, if you want to, break it down into certain areas of life. So you could have what do you want your work life to look like? What do you want your home life to look like? What do you want your relationship with yourself to look like? Break it down to the different chunks. and really feel into your deepest desires. So don't worry about what you think is achievable. Just concentrate on what you really want. If your life was absolutely like you'd change nothing about it, what would your life look like? How would you feel? And really try and gather some images that I can't say the word, encapsulate, sum it up. So images that you're like, yes, I can see my life looking like that. If I had my dream life, it would look like that. And play around. And remember, you don't have to keep your vision board the way it is. That's actually a really handy way of just having it online, is you can change up the images as and when. So yes, that is it from me today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did like it, please do like and subscribe, because it really, really does help me out. As cringy as it is to say, it really does help. And thank you for watching. Bye.